Hi everyone, welcome to HR Mastery program, and today we are going to have a discussion, a very insightful conversation on very interesting topic, work-life balance, myth versus reality, and we have very well-known HR leader who is our guest, Dr. Soumya Badwan. She is VP HR for a Gold Star Jewelry Private Limited based in Mumbai, and she's going to talk about or she's going to share her views on work-life balance. How does it really impact and how do we minimize? What are the compromise people do it when we talk about work-life balance or when they follow?
Namaskar, my name is Dr. Soumya Badwan. I am a PhD by qualification, having triple PG qualifications also added to it. Been teaching since last 14 years in various B schools. Along with this, I am a qualified industrial psychologist working in the HR domain and having a corporate experience of more than 25 years.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you so much.
How is work-life balance, by the way?
Up till now, balancing the fulcrum right.
Okay, great. So, my first question, or like to know your views. Tell me, industry-wise, not you, because everybody follow, their personal schedule.
Correct.
Yeah, your schedule may be different than 90% people who work in an organization.
Perfect.
How much people are working in an organization? What time they come and what time they leave?
So I think in Mumbai, especially in the metros, life is centered around their workplace. They find extended families, they find their friends, they find their emotional counselors, they find their academic counselors and their career growth, if I could say mentors within the organizations that they work. So I think more than the wife knowing the husband or the husband knowing the wife, it is the colleagues who know, each other very well. So I would say that yes, the epicenter of people's lives in metros is either the roads or the colleagues, and that's where the whole work life revolves around, and that's what my 2 cents on that opening statement would be.
So do you believe in work-life balance?
Absolutely yes, and I certainly follow a rigorous work-life balance.
Okay.
That's what we were talking off camera. I was talking to you, I was talking to Mr. Idris also, like what my day typically is all about. So yes, it is a very balanced life that I lead.
So if I ask you, Soumya, that what can be the definition, for our audience, you can confidently say, this is what is the definition I also believe and I want people to follow. What is the definition of work-life balance?
So I would say to each his own or her own. There's no definition to a work-life balance. It is where one finds peace in the situations that one is. The alignment to the situation and yourself is what I would say is work life. For example, if there is a homemaker, जिसको हम आमतौर पे गृहिणी बोलते हैं या हाउसवाइफ्स बोलते हैं, अगर वो अपना काम एक सीमित समय पे कर सकती हैं, that's a work-life balance for her, where she finds satisfaction in fulfilling the family duties and also finding time for herself. Similarly goes for the man of the house. As long as he does what he's supposed to do and finds his own personal space and balances it, that's what work life is. So for me, work life balance is yes, holding to your core, being centric to your core, and yet doing your worldly duties. That is where you balance things, and that is work life balance for me.
Yeah, so that's a great beginning. So if I ask you that in the organization, how do we do the assessment? Some set of people or entire organization or some group of people, they actually have a good work-life balance.
Yes.
Or some do not have, or some need more work-life balance.
Right.
Or some are overdoing actually.
Yes, it happens a lot in the organizations, and we see that. The core problem today is the distance from your workplace to your residence. If that distance is too much, then of course you start very early, you get stuck in the traffic, and then that's where you put in your 8-9 hours of work, and then again you take a minimum of 2 hours to travel back to your residence. Now if you look at that situation, at that chunk of the executives or the people who are working in organizations, then that's a very difficult space to be in.
So are you trying to say that travel is one of the
Yes, travel is one of the
important pillar
major
for work-life balance?
Yes, is a major killer, I would say, to the
Okay.
work-life balance. Travel certainly is.
So you can give more input later, but
Ji.
it just remind me, I don't want to miss out.
Sure.
Many organizations saying, come back to office.
Yes, yes.
So why this thought process is coming from the leadership? They know you are in a leadership position. People know at the senior level. If you call somebody who is just spending 2 to 4 hours in a travel, then
Correct.
then it's absolutely nobody believe in work-life balance.
Perfect. A beautiful question again. And this is something that we've been talking a lot in the HR fraternity. आज का एग्जाम्पल लेती हूँ, थोड़ी देर पहले का एग्जाम्पल लेती हूँ. जब हम दोनों बातें कर रहे थे, so there was something that happened. We both laughed and we both gave a high five. Now imagine the same setup being online. यही same चीज होता, but would we be able to have that kind of an emotional connect that we had right now? So what happens is when you are in the office, you need to connect to the cause, not just virtually, but consciously as well.
So do we sacrifice work-life balance?
I wouldn't say that you sacrifice, but I would certainly say that the entire ecosystem should be worked around, like give them 5 days of work.
Yeah.
So for example, in our organization, it is mandated to work 48 hours in a week. We said we will work more in those 5 hours, and we gave Saturdays and Sundays off.
Okay.
No one comes to the office unless and until there's an exigency. So no one comes to work then, but yes, we work 5 days absolute rigorously, but the next 2 days are free for us to do whatever we want to pursue as our hobby. So my management has given me the freedom to go and teach, to come for speaker sessions, to have such conversations, and that adds value to me as an individual as well, and it gives me a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment.
So what are the advantage and disadvantage? Can you highlight top 3 advantage and disadvantage of good work-life balance?
Of work-life. So advantages are a plenty. As you age, right? Once you start aging, you will realize that your entire metabolism and your entire being starts getting slower. If you don't strike that balance, your body will be in a state of constant fatigue. Your output will go down.
Okay.
And also when it comes to having that mental tenacity, it'll ebb. You will not have that dexterity and flexibility of thinking through, and especially if you are at the top level management. Now coming back to artisans and workmanship and the blue collar, the motor sensory is very important. Okay. So the moments the body goes under fatigue, you will not be able to coordinate those movements. So fatigue is one of the main causes, and that needs to be eradicated. Whether it is mental, emotional, and also at times we've seen financial fatigue as well. So that needs to go. So the main advantage is it keeps you alive, not just living being. So you're not just existing, but it keeps you alive in every sense of it. So that's a major advantage, and that also you bring back to the organizations, and your productivity is an all-time high. You're happy, you create a positive environment around yourself, and that's what is required. Just आज की generation बोलती है ना, the vibe becomes positive.
So generation, so when you use the word generation, so today organization average age is somewhere around not more than 30.
Yes.
Then maybe 20% maybe more than 30, and some 5% maybe more than 40.
Yeah.
And these people, they don't believe in XYZ, but they believe in ABCD.
Yes.
Right? And if you ask them to work till late hours, which is also important, because let's say you are actually second shift start where you need to attend the call and all, right? And they don't want to do that. They will just leave. They make their plan for a weekend.
Absolutely.
And if some deadline has to be made, they are not there.
True.
So how do we relate with the generation?
So if you're talking primarily in the sense of work-life balance, I would say they are born with this thought line that boss, nothing doing. I need to have a very very balanced work life. I want to play guitars in the bars, and I would want to do that. I want to be a mixologist mixing drinks. I want to do that. I want to be a gig worker. They are very clear, very sorted in their thought lines. What we need to understand is that this is a generation of a plenty. Their parents have enough wealth with them. There may be one or two siblings. They're not fighting the way that we were fighting for recognitions, clothes and everything. The learning also has become capsular. You know, in capsule models through various social media and through another learning platforms, they are learning it. So now what is the hook for them? The hook is just mentorship. If you give them proper mentorship, if they believe in you, they will sit and they will work through the night for you. But you have to be fast enough because they get bored very easily.
But again, we are compromising on work-life balance.
We are not.
We ask them to work beyond 8 hours, 10 hours.
It's not about asking them to work. See, that's where we are saying, do not club into a particular schedule.
Okay.
That you have to think of a task as a task. If that task takes 2 hours in a day to be completed, why do we want a person to sit at workplace for 8 hours to complete the task? Right? So what this generation Z and Alpha are thinking is, ये तो 2 घंटे का काम था, मैंने कर दिया, अब आप आगे के मुझे 6 घंटे का engage रखने का काम आपका है, otherwise I am going out.
Yes.
That's what their thought lines are. So the onus and responsibility goes on the mentor or the leader who's mentoring them. From their side, I would say, as long as they're finishing their jobs, there's no problem, there's no issue. So we have to change the way we have to think as we look at individuals, not just in terms of how many hours they are sitting in and clocking in, but what is the output that they're driving in.
So what organizations are doing actually to minimize the work-life balance and okay, we are doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things, where people can actually feel and sense, yes, I should follow X, Y, Z so that, work-life balance, I'm there, believer of work-life balance. What organization are doing actually?
So, funnily enough, people who are entrusted with work-life balances like you and me, the HR fraternity, are mocked upon the most. आप देखिए कितने memes आ गए हैं आज social media में कि भाई HR तो सिर्फ रंगोली प्रतियोगिता करवाता है या ये. But the breaking of monotony and giving that fresh life is what also work-life balance gets into. You're sitting constantly on that chair doing nothing. एक office space में एक आदमी क्या करवा सकता है? आपसे इतने छोटे-छोटे से games जो आपकी monotony को break करे, आपके mind को recalibrate करे, and these are the activities that organizations are taking. So first is activities, whether indoor or outdoors. Second is you need to get into certain kind of training exercises for them.
Okay.
Right? Third is relook at the happiness quotient in your organization. Are people satisfied? Are they happy? Are they willingly coming to work or they're waiting for the salary day? And that's the only motivation factor. So like I've always said, there are 4 things that motivates a person. Paisa, power, position and passion. So what is the drivers for them? And if that is all looked upon objectively, and then that is where we as HR
so
succeed.
Who decides work-life balance?
It is the individual who decides and not the organization. Organization gives goals and tasks. How to finish that goal and task is absolutely an individual's responsibility and his KRA. Now if I am being lethargic throughout the day and towards the end of the day, if I want to cramp everything, it is going to cause me stress and I will be working late. But if I had balanced it out through the day, now there are organizations who pressurize in courts, that's a different environment altogether. But 90% of the organization, I believe, do believe in preservation of assets. They do not want their assets to eject out because they've invested in them. So मुझे नहीं लगता है कि कोई भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ये चाहेगा कि भाई आप बहुत दुखी हो के बहुत चिड़चिड़ेपन से कोई भी काम करे.
But so you say individual decide, right?
Yes,
okay.
It is the individual.
100%?
Yes, I would say so. Yes.
So what is the role of manager? What is the role of leader?
The manager is supposed to be facilitating that the decision that he is making in the priorities is right.
The manager get the deadline.
Yes.
Manager will be called at 4 o'clock in boss office and say we need to complete this by tomorrow or today.
Yes.
Manager will go to office the team.
Correct.
And will say, don't go home today. We need to do it.
See, it is one of the case.
But
if it is happening every day, then there is something wrong with the base. We are saying too many yeses to too many things.
Is also responsible?
It is cultural as well. It is cultural as well. Thank you for driving me
Yeah,
towards
yeah,
that
yeah.
point. Yes, it is cultural as well, but more so what I would say that in the larger set, once your KPIs, KRAs and organizational goals are defined, the culture is set.
But nobody will think about culture, Soumya, because it is a business.
Yes, it is.
If someone
It
is getting a timeline or deadline to complete this,
Yes,
because
yes.
your half of the business is depend upon
Correct.
that. Nobody will say, okay, fine, you are okay to follow work-life balance.
Perfect. So I would like to give you an example of ad agency. And ad agencies में ये अमूमन डेली होता रहता है because creativity एक particular समय तक के आती है and you can't force creativity.
Yes, yes.
But आपने प्रहलाद कक्कड़ जी का नाम सुना होगा. And we all have seen while I was growing up, I've seen that वो ना उनके पास एक बहुत खूबसूरत सा किचन था और वो वहाँ जाके खाना बनाते थे. Same thing used to happen with Prasun Joshi and all these people. So when they do certain activities like this, what is the leader doing? You know, so yes, I'm taking care of you. I'm there. Yes, I know you're slogging, but I'm there. I'm not there to coerce you, to force you, and to see that you fail.
Okay.
I'm here to see that you succeed because in your success lies mine. So that is a culture, and that is where the entire culture framework wins.
Who's your role model?
My mother. Hands down.
Other than family member.
Other than family member, if
So
I would-
anybody who's very kind of successful, you can immediately think of one or two names.
Nice question. I've never thought of that ways. But who's my role model is a very different.
In business field, in
So I would
sports,
say that when we were growing up, हमारे घर में business world, business standard बहुत आ रहा था. तो वहाँ पर थोड़े नाम बहुत आते थे and I wanted to be like them. तो 8th standard में हमारी डायरी में लिखा हुआ है I wanted to be like Sulajja Motwani and Naina Lal Khidwai and the likes,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
And these women were my role models because coming from a small town in Jabalpur, ये एक बहुत allurement होता था that women rising to the top in the man's world. You know, मैं 80s की बात कर रही हूँ when we were still very young. And that's where that thought came कि एक दिन कुछ इस तरीके से अगर हम कर पाए तो बहुत अच्छा होगा.
Have you ever thought that they must have followed some work-life balance?
Yes, they have in their interviews said that a lot of time. In fact, interestingly, the other day I was reading about, I was listening to an interview of Indra Nooyi. And we as women think that, oh, these are such powerful human beings. We cease to see them as male or female. We think they are इतने powerful हैं, इनके साथ तो होता नहीं है, हमारे तो bosses के साथ लड़ाई होती है, हम तो भेंगा फाड़ के रोने लगते हैं वह करके. So she made a very nice statement. She says, yes, I did cry. I used to tell my secretary, close the door, tell them not to enter for next 15 minutes, not disturb me, and I would cry my heart out. You know, जब भी उनके P&L में difference आता, and यार उस वक्त ऐसा लगता है कि यार ये भी हमारे जैसे इंसान ही हैं. You know, and that's such a beautiful thing and such a brave thing to say. To come and yell at her. So I think everyone has tried to make that work-life balance, but also they were true to themselves. मुझे रोना है मैं रो लेती हूँ. Otherwise, pent-up emotions also, like I said, harm the individual.
And last question. So what is the difference between employer and employee work-life balance?
Employer को employee को संभाल के रखना है and employee को employer को संभाल के रखना so that the employment stays.
Yes,
That's the whole crux of the business.
So there is a business model.
There is always,
Yes.
always.
But
So this
as far
is
as
the
work-life balance is concerned.
See, सब एक दूसरे के पूरक हैं. If I would say, आशीष जी, एक के बिना दूसरा नहीं एग्जिस्ट हो सकता. जैसे मैं बोलती हूँ राजा तभी राजा होता है जब उसकी प्रजा होती है. So वो और तभी साम्राज्य बनता है. तो ये भी एक दूसरे के पूरक हैं. You have to have
I
an
was just trying to relate.
Yeah.
See, as an employee, I have option to come at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and leave by 6 o'clock. Because entire company believe in work-life balance.
Correct.
But as an employer, I'm not supposed to because I have so many things to do it.
Exactly, and that is what I was talking to my boss the other day. तो एक दिन बड़े frustrate हो गए. I said, sorry sir, I'm very sorry for you. What happened? I said, you don't even have the option to resign.
Yes.
Yes. So that's the truth of it, that employers don't even have the option to resign. But then we also need to understand, like I spoke about the startup, it's their passion. Passion which also is serving to the society in the form of employment and also fulfilling their dreams. So that is a different ball game altogether. We are becoming participants to their dream fulfillment. But हमारे dream fulfillment क्या है? रोटी कपड़ा और मकान. उसके beyond कितने entrepreneurs उस particular ecosystem से निकलते हैं.
Okay,
So
great.
that is what I would say.
And so here we come to the end of first HR Mastery Program. Thank you, Dr. Soumya, for your time.
Thank you so much, Ashish ji.
I'm sure we didn't cover everything, but to some extent, some views, insight, knowledge
Ji.
sharing is done.
जी.
For our audience, and we'll also follow work-life balance. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Soumya.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me over.